pretty special day actually, because Bugatti agreed to deliver the brand new Tourbillon to my hotel here in Beverly Hills, which I was like, yes, this stuff is awesome. And then they were like, but you can't sit in it. I was up here like on a high, and it was like, by the way, if you want to find the sexiest, coolest cars in the world, go to sbxcars.com. That's where they all are. That is my brand new auction platform. It's all online, so you can literally buy and sell any beautiful car from your computer at home. The brand new Bugatti Tourbillon. I'm going to show you the coolest features. Now, I know you might have seen bits and pieces of this car on other channels, but what I always try to do on this channel is get it somewhere else, out of the crowds, so that we can actually have like one-on-one time with this car. So thank you very much to Bugatti for organizing that. Right, let me show you around a little bit. Let's start at the front. Why is it called the Bugatti Tourbillon? First of all, tourbillon is something you usually hear with watches, right? So it's a very complex mechanical component in watches that actually helps keep time because it negates gravity. It's a whole thing. Why did they call this the tourbillon? Well, one of the things is that they have done a full digital detox inside. Everything is analog. This is built from the ground up. There is not one component on this car that is borrowed from the Chiron. It is all brand new. And for the first time in 20 years, they have not put their usual W16 engine in the back. This one right here is a V16 and it's naturally aspirated. So the usual W16 had turbos. This one is fully naturally aspirated, but the difference with this is that is hybrid, so it also has 2 electric motors. This one right here has in total 1,800 horsepower, which is 200 more horsepower than the Chiron. You've got your classic Bugatti features, right? Like the horseshoe here at the front, okay? What I also love about this front design is the headlights. You see them here, right? They're quite tucked away, but then you've got this whole panel that comes out and wraps around the headlights. This is actually for airflow, so it goes all the way under here and out. But I just love how it's kind of like, it means the headlights are floating. Now the other thing is this line right here. You see this center line? It starts at the front. It continues with the one windscreen wiper through the center, over the top of the body and down the back. Now that is reminiscent of the Type 57 SC Atlantic Bugatti from the 30s, one of the most iconic Bugattis in the world. And why did it have a line? Because back then, what they did, they bolted the 2 sides of the body together. So you had this line of like bolts all the way down. And so they've kind of done this line just to represent that kind of history at Bugatti. Now the other place you've seen that is on the La Voiture Noire. And that sold for about $20 million. Only 250 very lucky people in the world will get their hands on this car. That's all they're making. At a minimum price of $4 million, that's where it starts. Bugatti has decided to go against every single trend. We all see this trend towards more digital, right? Bigger screens, more animation. We see the trend of smaller engines that's supported with turbos, and that's supported with electric motors, actually cars that are all electric. This car right here has gone back to analog days. Everything is analog, everything is about the mechanics, and also a much bigger engine, a naturally aspirated V16. And what is also interesting about that is, you know, Bugatti has been quite well known for that kind of like turbo hiss. You know, when you're sitting inside and you just hear the that's quite a well-known Bugatti sound. You're not going to get that with this car. This is all naturally aspirated. You're going to get like the raw thunder from the engine, and then because of the electric motors that it does have, you're going to get a little bit more power and a little bit more Lamborghini just came out with the Temerario. They've always had a naturally aspirated V10. Now it's a V8 and they've added turbos. So as you can see, the trend is going in that direction, not in this direction. And that's why I think they have hit the nail on the head. I think this is going to fly off the shelves. This is kind of what the consumer wants now. In the high-end league, we have so many choices of the fully electric hypercar. We do not have so many choices of a naturally aspirated V16. Insane. Right, the side. We also have the very iconic C feature on the side. Always a little bit different in each car they come out with. You have 20-inch in the front wheels and 21 in the back. Now they also have an updated wheel design, rim design. This is like star-shaped, which I didn't actually notice. It kind of looks like I've seen this before, so I don't think it's updated too much. Let me know your thoughts on the rim update. I love just how mean and, I don't want to say bulky, but mean and like, ugh. Nothing like my arms. Big and nice rear end. I like it. Now, round the back. You get to see straight into that engine. It is not covered by anything, no glass, nothing. Straight into the engine. That is, mwah, with all the carbon fiber everywhere as well. Gorgeous. This wing does move. At the moment it doesn't. And what I also love is the Bugatti lights up. This right here on the back, Bugatti lights up. And then what is so interesting is, in the US, normally, you have to kind of ruin the back of the car by putting on an ugly safety feature, this big like rear bumper, right? It's gross. No one wants to do it. What Bugatti have done is like, I'm going to work it into the design. So what they've done is they've made this huge rear diffuser and it doubles as that safety bumper. So now you don't have to add the ugly big thing on the back. It's just worked into the design. And I think it's gorgeous. It adds even more of that mean look to the rear. Now, what I've been waiting for years, what I've been talking to Bugatti about for years, is this right here. I was like, make it happen. Are you ready? Check this out. Fancy doors. Hello. Now it really is a $4 million car. The Chiron just had normal doors. And I'm like, no, you gotta have doors that go up. And here they are. Doesn't that make all the difference? How beautiful is that? Yes, love it. Just it's a huge kind of like C shape again. When you open the door, you see that kind of Bugatti C shape. Gorgeous, right, come on in. Look at the interior with me. Oh man, isn't that stunning? And this is the main feature right here. Everything is analog. So you can see all of this here, all the mechanics behind it, just like in a high-end watch. This is something that you like to see in a watch, is the back where you see all of the mechanics. And so that is kind of what they're going for. All right, let's open the other door so we get the full look. All right, let's open. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. Okay, now here, what is the coolest feature is this. So just the outer wheel moves around the center dial, which I think is a very cool feature, Frank. Very, very cool. Makes a huge interior difference and change. I really like this silver kind of platinum chrome detailing here in the center console. I think that goes beautifully with this light blue interior. And as you can see, no digital display really, except for these, right? Everything else is actual physical buttons. There is going to be a screen that is tucked away in this section here, and it kind of comes up and around like this, and that's where you're going to put, you know, Apple CarPlay, your directions, stuff like that. But what's cool is you can kind of hide that away again, and it kind of goes back down into the center console. What is also cool is this is completely plastic free. There are no components on the interior or the exterior that is plastic. And you might think, well, yeah, it's a Bugatti, but actually in a lot of high-end cars, very expensive cars, there are still plastic features. This one, not one single bit. All of these buttons here, these are all going to be aluminium. Just like here on the indicator, you've got this beautiful aluminium, so that everything else is going to kind of be in that material. There's actually only one plastic feature on the Chiron, and that is the hazard light button. That is in plastic on the Chiron, but on this one it is in that aluminium. The only thing, and they have to do this because this is a national safety thing, all has to be standard, is this, obviously, the seat belt clicker. That's a little bit of plastic there, and you can't change that color either. I've already asked so many times, why do you have this red thing sticking out in the middle of a beautiful blue interior? You can't do it. It's a national safety feature that needs to stay red. So that's the only thing, but if they could change it, I'm sure they would. Now, one of the ways that they have made this car light or lighter is by 3D printing parts. So some of the parts for the suspension were 3D printed and designed by artificial intelligence. So it's cool that they're using that kind of technology to make these cars lighter. Top speed is just over 400 kilometers, and 0 to 100 under 2 seconds. So it's playing with the big boys, of course, as you'd expect. It is just as quick, if not quicker, than some of the fully electric hypercars coming out or that are already on the market. Out of all of these that they've come out with, I would buy this over any Chiron, any day. You've got the beautiful doors that I've been wanting for so long on a Bugatti. This I would buy in a heartbeat. Beautiful. Thank you so much to Bugatti for bringing this incredible new car to my hotel here in Beverly Hills. Frank, head of design at Bugatti.
Hello.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, it's so cool to have you here.
You did a freaking amazing job. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a quick thumbs up, pop your comments down below, and we'll see you on the next vid. Love ya.